Oh, and a reaching Peters having to keep that one from out of the wrong hands. Bouncing puck now over the blue line. Calgary dumps it in for Haley Peters. Peters in her own zone. Chips that one over to Bensmiller. Bensmiller back to Peters, and Bensmiller with a nice hit behind the net. That one just out of the reach of Clark, but right on the tape for Schwartz. Free ice there. Schwartz will poke it ahead, comes to Peters. Peters will dump it in this time off the end boards. In behind the Calgary net. Dumped down the ice. Got a piece of it, was Byer out to play with it as Fritz. Fritz hands it off to Peters. Peters behind her net to get set up. Hands that one off to Byer. Byer with some speed. Gets her stick lifted at the last second. Gets a poke at that one. Bouncing puck, and here comes Calgary in over the blue line. There's a shot right on. Soaked up by Fritz, and she'll hang on. I almost forgot. We're on a power play. Just talk into the flower. Face off won by the Rustlers up to Waddell. Waddell in over the blue line, up through center. She's going to carry it in over the Calgary blue line. She'll recover it. Trying to get a shot off as Rawlik goes up off a stick. Poked up ahead there. No one knows where it is. They're all battling for it. It's caught up in everyone's skates. Finally poked free into the neutral or the slot and dumped down the length of the ice with 30 seconds to go on the power play. Fritz will slow it down behind the net and let Waddell pick it up from there. Waddell cross ice for McNabb. McNabb cross ice. That one off the stick of Byer. Byer trying to get that one back in. Hurley now going to chase it down. And that, about 15 seconds left. We'll finish off the dreaded Rustler power play. Now Boulian. Boulian up over center. She's going to get it in over the blue line. Boulian trying to get set up. Boulian still battling in the near side corner. Backhand pass. She'll get that to Brander. Hops over the stick of Brander. Picked up now by Calgary at center ice. Brander with good body position. Gets the puck over to Hurley. Chipped up to Smithson just out of the reach of her. Boulian want to try to walk one in there off a skate as she makes a little contact in front of the net as well. Hurley gets a piece of that one, chips it up along the far side boards. There's Brander back. There's a shot. Brander gets a stick in the way of that one as it goes up off the glass behind the net. Centering pass. Brander gets a piece of it, rolls harmlessly to the far side boards. Hurley chips that one up, and here comes Boulian up over center. Boulian with that extra gear. Boulian near side circle, backhand, tried to walk one through as she gets tripped up by the goaltender, and that'll go the length of the ice. Calgary trying to make a change, and the ref saying no, 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 no. A couple of beers, he's walking way better, eh? Doesn't help with a T3, I imagine. Byer taking the draw now, blocker side, Calgary's goaltender. Faceoff's going to be won by Byer. Back to Bensmiller. Bensmiller trying to walk one into the slot, poked up off the stick. Bensmiller loses sight of it. Now trying to chase it down, picked up by Baby. Baby with a nice move at center. She's going to cut back in, tried to dump it in off a shin pad. Weber now with it. Rustler's offside, having to reset. Nice move there by Bensmiller, gets it to Weber. Weber chips that one up as Byer takes a hit at center ice, reaches for it and gets it back in. Bensmiller powering through. Here comes Rawlik. Rawlik needs side, trying to get through. Sticks all over her as she gets hauled down. Back to Bensmiller at the far side point. Bensmiller with a quick shot. That one off the goaltender's stick and up into the mesh. Face off now for Arguin, glove side. Won by Arguin to Waddell. Waddell chips that one into the near side corner, poked up ahead. Here comes Calgary up over center. Peters blocks that one, throws a big hit. Weak shot goes wide on the glove side. Chipped up ahead, now picked up by Arguin. Arguin up over center. Arguin all alone, trying to split the D. Arguin sticks all over, passes one out in front. Off a stick, goes right to the Calgary tender, and she'll jump on it and hang on for a face-off.
So many coaches they have. That's a lever.
Face-offs won by the Rustlers, right in on net. Covered up by the Calgary tender again, and we'll drop another one. Face-off for Clark again. Calgary gets the boot from the face-off now. Face-off's won by Calgary, steered aside by Boulian to the far side corner. Boulian tied up on the far side, Clark in to help out. Clark chips that one to Boulian. Boulian with a shot right on, out in front! Rebound! Oh, and Schwartz couldn't get a stick on it as it was sitting there free. And the Calgary goaltender reached out and scooped it up. And we'll get another face-off.
Some of these goalies get that. Oh,
Face-off won by the Rustlers, back to McNabb. McNabb fakes the shot and sends it back in behind the Calgary net. Here comes Rollick. Rollick picks it up in the near side corner. Nice move by Rollick, dodging the hit and holding on to the puck. Right in the numbers, no call. You're going to make a lot of friends here pretty quick. As Byer throws a nice hit. Chipped up to the near side corner. McNabb shuts the door at the point, dumping it back in, but it was offside as the Rustlers check in. That one chipped up ahead. Here come the Calgary Glaciers. Near side, Byer gets back in time. McNabb picks up the errant pass. Dumped up the ice. Schwartz will get a piece of it. As that goes down the ice, tipped off the stick as Schwartz chips it behind the net for Boulian. Boulian puts the brakes on. Boulian sends one out in front. That one off the skates of Schwartz. Clark with it now, trying to send one out in front. That one's chipped twice. And Calgary now breaking out of the zone. Cross ice pass to nobody. Bensmiller going to beat it out. Bensmiller sends that one up high off the glass. And here comes Boulian. Boulian on the far side, going to walk in all alone with a shot off the glove. And Boulian takes a dirty hit. And draws two for boarding. Boarding or roughing, what'd he get? Roughing call for Calgary as the captain has to take a 2-minute seat. The Rustlers hopefully can get something going on this power play. Faceoff's won by the Rustlers, back to Peters. Peters with some time. Gonna step into one from the point, tipped in front off his shin pad, comes free. Bensmiller pinching in to keep that puck in deep. Boulian takes another hit from behind. Peters with it now, near side point. Going in behind the net, centering pass. That's going to get picked up by Calgary defenders. Now the Rustlers are going to get a 5-on-3. Minute 33 of a 5-on-3 power play here unless they can score a goal. Byer going to line up for the draw. Going to be won by the Rustlers, back to Peters. Peters looking for a lane, hands it off to Bensmiller. Bensmiller with a quick shot and a save by the Calgary goaltender and covered up. Byer going to take another one there, one back to Bensmiller. Bensmiller looking for a lane. Bensmiller still looking for a lane, hands it off to Peters. Peters back to Bensmiller, nice pass, there's a shot, and it's steered aside, chipped back to Bensmiller at the point. Bensmiller back to Peters on the far side. Peters going to send one in, that one's tipped twice, rebound, still free, kicked off to the near side corner. Rowlick gets hauled down inside the near side circle. Bensmiller with a shot and broke a stick. Still free. Far side comes out. Back to Peters with a shot is blocked. Peters turns it around, sends another one in. She scores! Haley Peters makes it 2-0. Rustlers with 49 seconds to go on the 5-on-3 at a second marker and still have 1:16 to go on the power play. Faceoff's going to be won by Calgary, but Clark chasing it down on the far side. Clark's going to get there first. In to help out kind of everybody. Now Clark with it again. Clark, far side corner. Clark sending one out in front, that one backhand as Boulian got kind of tangled up in front. Pops free now for Boulian. Boulian backhands that one to Waddell at the point. Waddell dumps it back in. Rolls to the near side corner for Schwartz. Schwartz tries a centering pass, that's off a skate. Dumped down the length of the ice now and Waddell will chase it down. Fritz is going to come out and slow it down for her. Waddell with some pressure from a Calgary forward. Waddell sends that one up, goes off a skate. Trying to poke it ahead is Byer. Here it comes back to center. Waddell going to walk it in herself. Waddell, nice move inside. Waddell, far side, near side circle, tries a centering pass, and that's off a stick and dumped into the neutral zone.
Oh boy.
Just a tangle there. Arguin now chasing it down inside her own zone. Arguin, quick little backhand to get it outside. Smithson going to get in the way of that. Great work by Arguin. Smithson trying to chase it down as it gets dumped back to center ice. Chipped back up through to center, a little backhand pass. Good work by McNabb to play the body. Chipped up along the far side. Now Smithson will pick it up at the far side ice. Sending that one to the near side. Boulian with all kinds of time. Boulian loses a skate. Takes a shot as she gets bumped off the puck. Hard into the boards. Boulian taking all kinds of punishment this game alone. Here comes Rowlick, near side circle, trying to walk one through. She gets tangled up as the puck comes free. Byer going to pick it up now. Byer gets hooked up at the far side as Calgary will walk it in offside. And we'll get a face-off just outside of the Rustler blue line. 10:43, Rustlers 2, Calgary nothing. Face-off, one clean by Calgary right to the far side point. Chip that one ahead to the blue line. Walking one in now is Calgary, near side circle, sends it in, and Fritz will scoop that one up and hang on for a face-off. Face-off going to be won by the Rustlers. Clark going to win it to herself. Chips it behind the net for Bensmiller. Bensmiller trying to steer her off to the side. Sending one out in front. One-timer out in front, and that one's off of Fritz and wide. Bensmiller tripped up behind the net. back to her feet, hands it off to Clark. Clark sends it up off the near side boards. Boulian pokes that one free. Comes back to Brander. Brander chips that one up. There's a shot blocked by Bensmiller. Chip back to the far side boards as Ben just absolutely annihilates that forward trying to tie her up. And from behind, there's another hit on Brander. Clark gonna pick it up now at center ice. Clark, far side circle. Nice quick move there by Clark. Looking for somewhere to go. Centers one out, trying to hit Boulian. That one's off a skate. Pinching Peters will pick it up herself. In behind the net now is Peters. Peters dodging a hack and a slash, centering one. That one's off a Calgary defender. Picked up after a bit of a kerfuffle by Boulian. Boulian cross ice to Peters. Peters chips that one up to Arguin. Arguin gets a piece of it and gets it into the Calgary zone. Centering pass goes right to Boulian with a shot. Glove down as Rollick went in and gave her a little stick. And TV timeout with 9:03 to go.
Where is he?
It's got a better spot. He wants to hear someone who knows what they're doing talk, that's all. Yeah. Yeah. For Vengeance Media, advertising for For Vengeance Media. Are you dwindling, Weber? .9:03 to go, third period, 2-0 Rustlers lead over the Glaciers. Goals by a beautiful backhand baby. And a missile from Peters at the point. Good tie up there by Baby on the near side, chipped into the near side corner, poked all the way back to Waddell at the point. Waddell with a big hit in front of the Calgary bench. Peters battling at the near side boards. She'll chip one around. That'll go back to Waddell. Waddell centering pass. That one gets tangled up. Poke to the near side circle. Back in behind the net. Rollick goes after it. Rollick takes a hit. Chipped up over the blue, well, just at the blue out. Finally knocked free, and here comes Rollick as she's trying to get free, and she gets hauled down. That one off a skate picked up by Hurley. Hurley gonna go in behind her own net. Hurley lets that one go for Weber, hands it off to Clark. Clark up over center as she gets caught by a Calgary defender. Puck rolls to the far side corner for Boulian. Chipped back in behind the Calgary net. Here comes Calgary on a, call it a 2-on-2, Hurley back. Weak shot in, stop, huge save by Fritz, puck free, covered up. Are you Bluetoothed? Nope.
Oh yeah, you do.
Not sure what the discussion is here, but the ref trying to gain some control in front of the net. Clark's gonna win that face-off. She gets tied up in from behind as Fritz gets a stick on it. Somehow keeps it out. A funny bounce off the boards right into the corner of the post, and Fritz had to be sharp to keep that out. Face off for Clark again, blocker side. It's going to be one straight to the near side, back to the near side point. Poked up off the stick, and here comes Clark. Clark's got Schwartz and Boulian on a 3-on-2. Calgary coming back fast. Boulian with a nice move, bouncing puck to the near circle off a stick though. Calgary going to break out the other way. Bensmiller pinching in, she's going to pull it out. Bensmiller's got Boulian. Bensmiller with a shot, and that's saved by Calgary goaltender and steered aside. Put back in behind the net now for Smithson. Smithson with it at the near or far side board. Smithson still with it. Trying to pull it out of the crowd. Calgary going to steal. Stopped by their own defender, tucked up against the boards and held. Just under the 7-minute mark here. Rustlers still holding a 2-0 lead. They're lights out on a 5-on-3, but let's hope we don't get another power play. Face off won by the Rustlers. There's a quick give and go one-timer there with Boulian getting a piece of it as it goes wide on the blocker side. Poked up ahead there, stopped at the blue line, but only for a moment as Arguin's got it deep in her own zone. Cross ice pass to Smithson. Smithson's going to chip that one up to center ice. Dumped back in. That one sent in deep, and now Byers going to go after it. Byers going to beat out the icing. Byers still with it. Far side corner, sending it out in front. Rollick was just getting on the ice, wasn't there. McNabb stops it at the point, chips it back to Rollick, sorry. Battle for it now on the near side boards. Dumped down the ice now. Peters just off the bench will pick it up. She's got Rollick way down there. Rollick will pick it up at the blue line. Tries to just let that one go for Byer, but Calgary there to pick it up. Back to Peters. Peters going to walk one in from the circle. Couldn't get enough of it to get it on net. Here comes Calgary now up over the blue line. Peters trying to keep her to the outside and does. Byer doing the same thing. Picked up now by Baby. Baby trying to hand that one to Rollick. Rollick couldn't hang on to it. Here's an opportunity as Rollick's going to chase after it. As the Calgary goaltender is going to cover it up way outside of the crease, and she's going to eat a little bit of snow.
One thing is like, accidentally leave the clock everyone has to do that. Fine for us. Yeah, exactly.
The Calgary coach, one of 6, I might add. One of 4 wearing super tight jeans. Bluetooth. Trying to chase it down now. On the far side is Schwartz. Poke past Waddell. Waddell going to chase it. Bouncing puck at the far side boards. Waddell through its center ice. Comes free for Weber. Weber trying to carry it out. Gets kind of tangled up. Pops again into the Rustler. Waddell takes a big hit inside. Trying to send one through. Nice move there by Schwartz. Picked up by Clark. Clark centering pass as Schwartz was trying to quickly check up. Back to the point for Waddell. She'll chip that one back to Schwartz. Now Boulian. Boulian with a couple of nice moves without even touching the puck. The old no deek deek, the Datsuk maneuver. Dump down the length of the ice. Waddell's going to have to get there. She's not. Calgary's going to beat it out. Nice work by Weber. Centering pass. Intercepted there by Arguin. Smithson with a beautiful hit to the far side corner. Back to the far side point. That one right on. Glove down, but only for a moment as it popped free. Smithson now on the far side blue line is going to get it out of the zone, forcing Calgary to reset. Passed right back, and Weber intercepts that one. She'll dump it down the ice. Icing waved off, allowing the Rustlers to change. Puck pops free for Hurley at center. And that'll be not icing apparently, but okay. Dump back down to center here. McNabb's going to chase it down. It's a race for the puck. Nice move there by Fritz. Dangerous, but valid. Pops free again for Hurley. Hurley trying to hand it to Rollick. It's just out of the reach. McNabb sending it cross ice for Clark. Clark with some speed gets a shot off wide on the blocker side. Backhands back to the far side corner. Clark in on the attack. Chip to the near side now. Clark intercepting. That one sends it in on net as it gets covered up by the Calgary goaltender in the near side corner. Face off, going to be blown down. I think possibly Smithson jumped the gun there, and Arguin's going to get the boot for it. Boulian now having to take the face off. Calgary's going to win it. They'll chip it behind the net to the far side corner, and a pinching Peters goes after it, and Peters kind of got tangled up awkwardly, but she gets up quick. Smithson now with it behind her own net. Knocked off her stick. Chips it back up on the near side. Bouncing puck just out of the reaches of Arguin. That goes to the far side. Weak shot right in on Fritz. She'll kick it aside to the near side corner. Far side puck gets tied up along the boards. Pulled out of the crowd there was Arguin, but she had her stick held. High side shot from the point. Now Smithson gets it over to Boulian. Boulian up over center with more speed. Lost the handle on the puck for a brief moment there. Dodged a hit, but caught her in the hip. Bensmiller racing over. Gets that one back to the far side. Back to Bensmiller trying to creep one in. There's a shot with a skate. Oh, and Bensmiller blows a tire just going into the corner. It'll float free for Brander. There's a shot just wide on the blocker side from Brander. Boulian chips that one up ahead. Trying to hand that one back. Everyone kind of lost it as Clark reached for it. Brander goes after it on the near side, dumps it right back in. That'll roll to the far side for Schwartz. Schwartz gets a poke at it. It pops free. Boulian trying to get a whack at it. Good work there by Waddell. Trying to walk one in, and they get tangled up. Poked free. Brander trying to tie that one up. Puck comes free to the far side corner. Back is Brander. Centering pass off the skate over to Schwartz. Schwartz takes a hit in the far side boards. Puck comes back to the far side corner, intercepted at the point. Another shot stopped twice by McNabb. Chipped up to Baby, intercepted again. Near side circle, there's a shot, blocker save, and another one by Fritz. Puck still free. Bouncing puck inside the crease. Nobody knows where it is, but it's not in the net. Calgary now with the net empty. Back to the near side circle, there's a shot blocked by Clark. Rolls to the far side corner. Opportunity now for Clark. Backhands one out, and that'll go the length of the ice off a Calgary defender. 50 seconds to go in the period as the Rustlers will change 4. Free puck now for Smithson in the neutral zone. Smithson in her own zone now. Backhands one out, and that'll be offside Calgary. Chipped up again for Boulian. Stopped just outside of the blue line. Dumped back in. Shoot! Fritzy chewed on the idea of a goalie goal. I could see it in her eyes. She wanted to take it. Timeout Calgary. 27 seconds to go.
What time? We're 4:45.
Tomorrow? Don't talk to me. Come on, tell me all your secrets. What were you telling me earlier about what your doctor called and said? 27-7 to go.
How would that kick go?
timeout was longer than what we've got left in this game. 2-0 Rustler lead. Rustler's making a last-minute change with Bensmiller and Peters out with Clark, Byer, and Rollick. Byer for the draw, won by Calgary. Oh, just out of the reach. It gets tucked in behind the net, but Clark's going to get there first and tie it up on the boards with 20 seconds to go. Puck still free, and it's blown dead as a couple of Rustlers get knocked down. Killed off about 10 seconds there. It should be enough for the win. Hey. Okay, I'm in. Face off again for Byer. Wins that one clean back to the in behind the Rustler net. Tied back up again by Bensmiller. And blown dead again by Quick Draw McGraw. 9 seconds to go. So by my math, if we do that 3 more times, that should be good. Go right through. Good job, Bentley. Peters is going to tie that one up now on the far side corner, and that'll do it. 0.9 to go. Do it again, Byer. Go right through. Face-off going to be won by the Rustlers, and that'll do it. As the Rustlers are going to edge the Calgary Glaciers 2-0. Goals by Baby and Peters. Ending on a high note for this beautiful Saturday down in Calgary, Alberta. 37-36, shots in favor of the Rustlers. I wish they'd come out on the ice. 6 coaches on the bench for Calgary.
Oh, 7 is a girl down there.
7, well, yeah, the trainer. Yeah, gotta have a trainer.
There's 6 guys down there.
Well, everybody, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Eat something or other first thing tomorrow morning.